Empty bar. This will not last. Oh, I never noticed the corks in the design.
They're really cool.
That is very
cool.
cool.
All around the restaurant, there's like little nods to it being a wine bar.
That's very cool. Yeah, I was here for Christmas 2 years ago. Last year, actually.
Okay.
Christmas Eve and sat at the bar and had dinner.
Oh, lovely.
It was wonderful.
I'm glad you're here for brunch because our brunch is amazing.
I've never tried it before. I was really excited to give it a try. Okay. Terrific.
Right over here.
Excellent. Great view.
Hi guys. So we're here at the restaurant. I've asked for a table outside because it's early enough. I was actually about 15 minutes before my reservation time, but they accommodated me. Again, because they're not full yet, they had the availability to do that. Let's take the hat off. I have a beautiful evil view of the spurn. I will try not to spurn for the entire meal. Right here. So, the QR code for the menu is right there. Hopefully it's not blurry for those of you playing along. And now I'm going to check it out. This is my view. Literally, that's what I'm looking at. Spurn. But there's pretty stuff too. Okay, so I have ordered the smoked salmon appetizer starter, a Kendallbrook smoked salmon with, it usually comes with the ciabatta crisp, creme fraiche, and fried capers. The ciabatta crisp, they're going to replace out with some gluten-free crackers they have for the charcuterie board, so we're going to give that a try. The other option, I believe, is a house-made salad. They do have a hummus that comes with cucumber and stuff, non-bread, which you wouldn't be able to have. But I can't have the hummus, so I can't give you an idea about that one. Then the steak and egg frites is fine. They didn't say there was any problem with the fryer. They did ask about cross-contamination because the grill where they grill the bread is the same place they put the steak. Keep that in mind if you are celiac. I don't know what kind of accommodations they make alternatively. I can tell you there are no desserts that I'm going to be able to have, and I was looking at getting some of the sides, but with the steak and eggs, I don't think I'm going to need that. And then I said mimosa is probably the right thing to do with the brunch, and he recommended the pineapple one. It's a pineapple juice, prosecco, and then they add Dole Whip to it. They also do a Friesling, which is a frozen lime Dole Whip with a Riesling, which sounded kind of fun too, but he recommended this one. And there come some other frozen and breakfasty cocktails that they have. And I may give a check. Oh, and by the way, I saw George. He's here. Ooh. So the sommelier who he's originally from California, girl. He is here. He's was wandering around this morning. So you know, when the owner's in town. Actually, I think he comes in here quite a bit, actually. But to me, it's a sign that they're really concerned about the quality. And I'll try to put a link to the review that I did for Christmas last year this time, where I waxed poetical about the pandemic as well. But I talked a lot about the food, and it was exceptional. At that time, I sat at the bar, and I mean, normally I would sit at the bar and talk to people, and I might even have turned around to give you guys the prettier view, and I probably should have, but I was worried about the light behind me because I keep making that mistake. So yeah, so I'm going to relax for a bit and wait for the drinks to come here, and when the food arrives, we'll bring you back on and tell you all about it. Okay, so the beautiful Froscato, okay, the picture will go in right here. So it is Dole Whip blended into Prosecco and pineapple Dole. So let's give it a try. Pineapple juice. Wow. That is so refreshing. It's not as sweet as you would expect it to be either, because that fresh pineapple juice is very tart. And I've got that, oh, that taste of Prosecco kind of hits your under palate. I love wine. I love talking about wine. It makes me happy, but it's not buttery. It hits down here in your palate. And it makes your mouth water. It's that kind of fruit that comes out of a good Prosecco. See, now I want Mr. Sommelier to come up here so I can ask him how to describe it. Because I love it. I just don't know the right words all the time. Oh, magnificent. I mean, no, it's not the most magnificent drink in the world. Okay, yeah, no. but it is absolutely lovely. It's a beautiful flavor. It's, like I said, very cold and refreshing. It's got a little sweetness for those who like it, and a lot of fruit in that pineapple, so this is nice. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this because, hey, happy mimosa time. Bigger mimosa glass than I would have expected, but I'm okay with that. Okay, my little Jewish heart is happy. Smoked salmon, fried capers, creme fraiche, a little bit of chopped up red onion, and then the lovely gluten-free crackers so I have something to put it on. We're gonna try it because it looks amazing! Now, you know, purist that I am, it's a very smoky smoked sausage. I would probably onion, and a little creme fraiche instead of. I might put the creme fraiche on first next time. But it's, you know, it's my gluten-free on-the-road version of a bagel and cream cheese. So I don't know if you can see, but I've got capers and onion and the creme fraiche and the smoked salmon. Okay. Very heavy smoke on the salmon, which is lovely. And a real good buttery flavor to it. The capers, I want, because they fry them, they've got a crisp. No, I've got shoot. Oh my god, that's lovely. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm waxing poetical. I'm gonna try this again. This time I'm gonna put the creme fraiche on first because it spreads like butter. Literally. And then we're gonna put some lovely onion on there. Some more of these salty, chewy, savory capers. The second half of this. So this is one of the 3 pieces of salmon. It's the 2 that I just did with these 2. And a whole bunch of crackers. So let's give it a try. Now, by layering it this way, I almost like the flavor blend with the stuff on top before, because you got the salty and the onion and everything before you got the butter. Here, because the salmon was on top and the cracker was underneath it, you got the buttery, and now my mouth is filled with that, the onion, and the chewy, the butter is still there from the salmon. This is lovely. This makes me happy. So we're just waiting for our steak to come out. But it was interesting after they took the order. The chef, the gentleman came back. Colin is my waiter. He's lovely. Not lovely. I mean, he is lovely, but he's charming. He's a good waiter. And he was like, "How would you like your steak prepared?" And I went, "Okay, but the chef recommends it." Unless there's something that I have a real preference of, I want to do it the way the chef thinks it's going to taste best. Because they know their food, they know the right way to cook it. And I have no problems with rare, with the type of steak I'm probably getting. Rare won't be too much of an issue in terms of hardness, difficulty to cut, or chewiness, etc. But I want them to tell me what they think is the perfect way to have this, and that's what I do. It's like even when I used to travel to a number of foreign countries. I went to Amsterdam I went to the Netherlands, which included Amsterdam, and I went to Italy. And any chance that I could, my standard response was, whatever the chef recommends, or what can I get here that I can't get anywhere else? And if you guys travel, that is a great rule of thumb. What can I get here that I can't get anywhere else? Perfect, thank you. Oh my god, that's so beautiful. Thank you. Alright, so, sorry. Smells amazing. And the picture will go right here. I will say, I did say however the chef wants it. The eggs are a little gooier than I would normally like, but I'm going to trust this. I'm going to start to fry, because frite. That's really yummy. I love how to do that. steak definitely looks more on the rare side. It's pre-sliced over the eggs. The eggs are going to give runny, juicy gooiness all over this, so I'm going to just cut the egg to let it melt over everything. Oh my goodness, that looks amazing. Hold on. I hope I don't spill on me. But you can see when the yolk starts to blend over everything, it just creates this kind of rich unctuousness, you know. Yep. Really nice. Okay. So now we're going to try a piece of the steak and some of the egg. We're doing those together. Actually, we're going to do steak, egg, and potato. I'll try the steak by itself for a second. The thing they've done, you see some pepper on the eggs, but the steak itself, the outside is very peppery, a little bit of a burn to it, and so that burn against the richness of the egg and against the simpleness of the egg. They didn't put tons of salt or anything on the outside of the egg, so it's very mellow, mild flavor. It's really lovely. Yeah, that's exceptional. All right, I'm gonna eat my brunch, drink my frosé. Hard to go slow, so I'm also not used to using straws, but we're gonna enjoy this, and I'll talk to you soon. There was something I forgot in this. I just had a taste under the eggs. I think even under the meat, there's some sriracha hollandaise. So you got the burn of the sriracha, but with that richness, the creaminess of, or the fattiness, I should say, of the hollandaise itself, the eggy joy. That was really nice. It's good on the fries. It's good on the meat. Yeah, I can't come back to eat. Okay, so the meal came to $55.28. That was including my 10% annual pass discount only on the food, which is the salmon and the steak, not on the drink. But it's been a lovely meal. The service has been great. People have been great. And it's now time for me to go hit Epcot and try all the food and wine there. I will probably minimize some of that because this was actually, I probably shouldn't have eaten as much as I did here, but that's okay. It was good. I can't guarantee, they didn't say anything about cross-contamination on the fries. They did talk about cross-contamination on the grill. I'm not having issues. Well, that was awesome. I just met George. I was just heading out and he was standing there and I just talked to him for a few seconds. Charming gentleman. It's like any way we can help out, anything we can do to make your experience better. Absolutely awesome. If you've enjoyed this video, if it's helped you figure out how to eat gluten-free at restaurants in, gluten-free, maybe not celiac for this particular one, gluten-free in restaurants around Disney, please give this a thumbs up and follow the channel. I'll have more content coming out. I've got a whole bunch of more places to be eating at in the next few weeks, and I'm hoping I can share that all with you. Please feel free to share this with anybody who you think it might help, and like it, and I said that already, so I don't have a tagline. Singing hey ho, a maiden's life, 1, 2, 3. Hey ho, a maiden's life, won't you drink with me?